When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 1-800-616-8010. That's 1-800-616-8010. Again, 1-800-616-8010. Call now.
Did you ever look at the stains in your coffee cup and then realize that's exactly what happens to your teeth? Power Swabs is the 5-minute solution to get your teeth white without visiting the dentist. This is Ben Gordon with Power Swabs, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, all it takes is 5 minutes with Power Swabs. In 5 minutes, you'll see an average of 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. It's clinically proven to whiten natural teeth as well as caps and veneers. The secret is a tooth detergent that was developed by Dr. Martin Ginniger that lifts stains off of your teeth. Best of all, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you're done. To try Power Swabs risk-free, call 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140. I guarantee your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free today. 1-800-291-5140. That's 1-800-291-5140.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-595-2614 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 595-2614 to take your call now. Call 800-595-2614. That's 800-595-2614. Again, 800-595-2614.
Start training for a new career in as little as 18 days. National EMS Institute's innovative boot camp program will train you for a new career. Learn to respond to emergency situations and become a certified EMT in just 18 days. National EMS Institute guarantees 100% job placement. Visit www.nationaleMSinstitute.com today to learn more about our 18-day boot camp. Or call us at 1-800-497-6732. NationalEMSinstitute.com.
Stuck in a boring, low-paid job? By 2017, there will be a shortage of 2 million cybersecurity jobs worldwide. If you have a technical background but don't have a computer certification, you're being drastically underpaid. In months, you could be qualified for a new job in information technology, making real money with real job security. A new career is just a few clicks away at thecodeoflearning.com.
You're listening to The Rod Eccles Show.
And we are back, and the number, as always, is 603-835-3224. And yes, I really do like to hear from you. I had somebody tell me, you don't want to talk to anybody. Yeah, I do. I would like to hear what's on other people's minds. So, yeah, I would like to talk to other people. I'm not going to beg people to call. You're not going to hear me say, oh, please call. Somebody please call the show. No, frankly, look, this is why I don't do a lot of interviews on this program. Because the program is called The Rod Eccles Show. So, frankly, and not being in an arrogant, erudite way, the program is about what I think. But it's also about dialogue, conversing with other people. And I don't have a problem with people. I'll keep people on the phone as long as they're interesting. I'm not like all the other wonderful talk shows that they think it's pretty cool to cut somebody off after 30 seconds. No, I'll keep you on for a whole segment if you call, if you're interesting. So, yeah, I like people to call, so I can have a dialogue with them. It's actually a lot of fun, especially when liberals call. I think it's a lot of fun when I have a liberal call, because they're the ones that we as conservatives are quote unquote warring against anyway. So it's a lot of fun to have a liberal call the program. So what you should do? I probably shouldn't say this. You should probably trick your liberal friends into calling. Give them a hot button or something that really gets them fired up. That they're really going to want to pound somebody on. Say, oh yeah, this guy, man, you got to get to this guy because if you be a little mischievous too. I'm not saying lie to them, but kind of prod them to think that maybe I think the way they think. I think it'd be. When liberals call this program, and ever since 2009, when liberals have called this program, I have always had fun with them. And believe it or not, I probably had a few conversions right on the phone. So that's the other reason, and that's probably why liberals don't want to call, because they don't want to be converted. They don't want to know the truth. That's too bad. Hey, the truth is that Hillary's poll numbers are in free fall. Did you know that? Hillary's numbers keep falling. Oh, wasn't there a Tom Petty song about falling? It was in the 80s. They overplayed it in the 80s all the time. And you know what? I think if you ever listen to those classic rock stations, you'll hear it there too. Nowadays. Tom. I should probably I should probably get a list of songs that I can play like that. So whenever it just makes it sound a little bit better. But the problem with doing stuff like that is that there are licensing fees that you have to pay. And believe me, trust me, when you pay for licensing so you can legally play some of these songs that you hear on the air, it gets real expensive. They rake you over the coals, man. I mean, you got to pay an annual fee, and then you got to pay a monthly membership, and then you got to pay per song that you play every time you play it. Even if you only play 30 seconds, you got to pay the full fee for that song. So I don't play anything that is licensed that needs to have a licensing agreement to play. So all the stuff that you hear me play on this program is license free. I've got permission from the various artists to play their music, license royalty free. So I don't play anything that has a royalty attached to it, because you have to go through licensing agencies, and they just rake you over the coals. And sometimes, the artists just like to have their stuff. They just like to hear their stuff played. And sometimes an artist will demand that you just give them credit all the time. But you know what? I'm not a DJ. So if an artist says, well, you got to say that this is my song and what the title is every time you play it, well, I'm not going to play you. I'm not a DJ. I don't have time to do that. So all the stuff that you hear being played here is licensed and royalty free, and I have full permission to use it. Licensed and royalty free. And I know that there are probably some stations that you're listening to this program on that may have licensing deals, but other stations do not. And really, it isn't that other station's responsibility. It's mine, because it's also being played on my station. So I would have to be the one to cover it first. Now, whether and for those stations that do not have licensing agreement, they can get into trouble if they play my show and they don't have licensing, because they get you each time. So if you hear it here, but then you go to one of my networks and hear a rebroadcast, well, that rebroadcast is a different time that's being played. So it's got to be paid. The fee has got to be paid again. See what I'm saying? See how costly that gets? Which is why a lot of syndicated shows have very little royalty or license type of stuff on their programs, because it gets very expensive when things start getting played over. I don't know how some of the big guys do it, like Rush and those guys. They'll play certain, the Rush's theme music is he's got to pay a royalty every time it's played. But that's also, he also has it playing everywhere. So if people download his show because they have the Rush 24/7 thing, then I think he's got to pay an extra fee for that too. So, but they can afford it. They're the big guys, and I'm just not going to play that game. I'm staying free of that. But Hillary's poll numbers are in a free fall, and she doesn't look like she's going to come out of it anytime soon. She's in, as Native Americans say, big trouble. And Bernie Sanders, oh, dang, this tickle. Bernie Sanders is hot on her heels as far as not only poll numbers, but in fundraising. Now, Hillary, of the past 3 months, raised something like a little over $28 million, but Bernie Sanders raised about a little over $26 million. Now, and Hillary had to get that $28 million over multiple, it was like 28 or 30 different events. Bernie Sanders had like 5 different fundraising events. So he is out earning Hillary Clinton right now. And her poll numbers reach an historic low. Oh, she's down. I think she's under the 50% mark as far as, her ratings. But her favorable ratings is now down to somewhere around the 38% level, and her unfavorable ratings is now somewhere over the 56% margin. It's getting pretty rough for her out there. And that's way down from like August of 2012. When she had she got a favorability rating as high as 88%, now she's down to 38%. That's a 50-point drop. Think about that. That's a 50-point drop. That's around a 60-something% fall. While Bernie Sanders seems to be on the uptick. I don't know about the rest of you, but this good old Hillary, she's going to have to be, I don't know, she's just going to have to hang it up. Because she's not, somebody else who's not polling very well of late would be, I'm going to say his name. Are you ready? Yeah, Jeb Bush. In a recent poll, Jeb Bush's numbers are down to 4%. 4%. That's, this is the guy that everybody said, was going to be the nominee. Was going to be a fait accompli. He was a nominee. But that's not the way it's turning out. As a matter of fact, according to some polls, Rubio